Yes.
So I'm not really sure if this would make sense, but I'll try to explain it. I'm a criminology course, and we're talking about how different types of people commit crimes because they're either built in a way that everyone supposes they're built that way. They're evil, or they're born evil, or they had bad experience and they became evil. And like we're talking about like mesomorphs and how like they have a wide chin, not wide chin, wide forehead, and narrow chin, you're evil, and you're gonna like kill people.
You know what I think? How many of you in this room have done something in your lives? You don't have to say what it is. Don't scare us. How many of you have done something in your lives and you looked back and said, I never would have believed I would have done that? 10 years ago, if you'd have asked me, I'd have sworn I'd never do that. And I just did it. Every human being ever born of woman has the capacity for great good or great evil. Everyone. Did you see what happened in New Orleans? People turned into animals. I got an email from a woman who was a nurse in the Superdome. She said it was like hell. She said people were raping people. These are people that just got their homes washed away. And a civilized society in the United States of America in 2005 turned into a bunch of animals. Killing people, raping people, stealing things from people's homes, heisting TVs from stores that had been abandoned. What happened to all that civility? What happened to all of that evolution? We are so civilized. Look at all that man has achieved. Aren't we a wonderful species? What do we learn? Anyone has capacity for great good or great bad. It's within all of us. The question is, what are you going to do with it? And if you indulge something the first time, then the next time it becomes easier to indulge that. And then the next time it becomes a little easier, and before long you're doing things that you would have never imagined you would have done 5 years ago. That's how it works. And I'm the same way, you guys. I'm the same way. We are all the same in that way. I have a very interesting take on this, and again, this is just based on my faith, okay? Remember how we were talking about the Bible and how it talks about human beings, about the fact that we are all broken. You understand what I mean, broken? We're all flawed. People don't like to hear that. That's not you know what I mean? Everybody wants to hear what? I'm okay, you're okay, we're all cool, we're all God's in our own way. Everybody wants to hear that fluffy, good stuff. So when a book comes along and goes, nuh-uh, we're broken. We're broken inside. There's something inside all of us that is broken, and we know it. And I don't believe anybody in this room, if you were honest with yourself, in the quietness of your own mind, you don't know that we are broken. So the question is, do we indulge those feelings or those desires or not? And I think that people try to break it down into X and Y chromosomes and stuff because they don't want to take accountability. That's what I think. I think nobody likes to believe that we all have this duality in us. And so they try to figure out some fancy little educated way to sidestep around it. Oh, well, they just do that because their forehead's wider than mine is. That's crap. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Then how do you explain the Ivy League millionaire guys that go out and cut some girl up into pieces? What happened to their wide forehead? See what I'm saying? I think that is people's desire to absolve themselves. You see it on the news all the time, don't you? My parents did this. This is because I had a crummy home life, or blah, 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 blah. Always trying to absolve themselves of any responsibility. It wasn't my fault. It was my parents. It was my genes. It was my... Nobody ever wants to take responsibility.
They did it.
Nobody does. I don't. I'm not separating myself from this. I don't. I'm just like everybody else. I would love to find a scapegoat for some of the stupid things I've done in my life. I think that's a lot of the motivation behind people trying to scientifically or prove that you did this because of such and such a chromosome. Everybody has the capacity to do wonderful things for people and spread light and love and kindness wherever they go, or to be a holy terror and be feared by people everywhere they go.